Hello everyone, welcome back to Bits and Bob's Divination. My name is Caitlin, and today we're going to be looking into the month of June and the blessings that are going to be coming in from both your inner self, your higher self, and the universe. So let's see what's coming in for you. So first off, I just want to mention how appreciative, as always, I am for all of the support I've been getting. If you aren't already subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell to see the future content and future readings that are going to be coming in. I'm very, very excited. You have no idea. So, beyond that, I also wanted to mention that we're going to be using a different tarot deck this time. We're going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot. It's new to me and I'm really excited to be using it. It's a really, really cool deck. So I hope you enjoy the images and that they resonate with you. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and talk about your piles. So we have 3 different piles you can choose from. The first one is this cute little sun buddy that I made for my altar space to bring sunshine into my life. But always go with what's resonating with you. So go ahead and have a little look. So that is for pile 1. For pile 2, we have this Opalite Egg. It has this little ring on the bottom. It's kind of got this really beautiful blue. So that's pile 2. Ooh. Pile 2 needs to stay where pile 2 needs to be. And for pile 3, we have a little succulent here, a succulent candle. So if this is resonating with you, then pile 3 might be the one for you. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath together. And as always, pick the pile that's resonating with you in whatever way that is. If you put your hands over it, your fingers over the screen, you might feel a buzz or a tingle, or your intuition might just be shining through. So whichever one is giving you the green light to check out, then go with that one. The timestamps will be down below in both the description and in the comments. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with pile 1. Hello group 1, if you've chosen this sun, then this is the pile for you. Let's see what kind of blessings June has in store for you. So we'll be using the charms, of course, as always, these little watercolor oracle that I have, the Language of Flowers deck, the Sea Melodies deck, and the new Everyday Witch Tarot deck that I've recently got. Super excited to use it for your reading. So let's go ahead and get started here with the Everyday Witch Tarot. So we're looking for group 1, Everyday Witch Tarot, your blessings. What blessings is coming in for you? What blessings are coming in for group? Whoa! Oh my goodness. You got the sun, and you chose the sun. I did not plan that, guys. This happened naturally. You also got the 9 of Wands here. So we've got the sun, the 9 of Wands. Ooh! Alright, super excited for you, group 1. So group 1, what blessings does the universe and your inner self have coming in for you? What are you manifesting for June? Ooh, you also got the 6 of Cups. How lovely. Oh, this is so nice. I'm so excited for you guys. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else is coming in. But already, I just can't believe you guys got the sun card and you chose the sun pile. It's like you already are manifesting that into your life for sure. So let's see what else is coming in for group 1. Group 1, blessings for group 1 for June. June, blessings. One of these turned upside down. Here we are. So we have dream. Follow your yearning for the deep blue sea. Lovely. Okay, let's see what else you've got coming in with the Language of Flowers here. So blessings, June blessings. June blessings. What are you manifesting? What's being blessed for you? So we got 2 for you here. So let's see what they are. So we've got awareness. Wake up and roll the clouds. Wake up, roll the... What? Wake up, roll the clouds away and look. I don't know why I couldn't read that. And we also have moth orchid, communication. Listen and speak with greater care. Wow, okay. What a month already. So the last one I will pull before the charms later is this one. So for group one, we're looking for group one's blessings. The blessings coming in for June for group 1. What do they have coming in here? Blessings for group 1. Ooh, okay. Find, seek, and connect. I love this one because it's all about connection, communicating, seeking people out. And with communication, I'm already seeing that you might be communicating. The universe is going to be communicating maybe with you this month. So whatever way that means for you, but the universe is communicating. There are things coming in, and I feel like the universe in some way is going to be communicating to you through dreams. So if you have spirit guides, if you have some sort of spirituality, whatever you believe in, that is going to be manifesting in your life for June, and there's going to be communication happening there. So listen to the signs, listen to the synchronicities, the numbers that are coming in for you. Whatever that is, they're going to be coming in. I'm seeing that it might be coming in through a dream, so your dreams might be speaking to you this month. There might be blessings through dreams coming in this month. That also could be your dreams too, in terms of like where you want to go in life, what your dreams are, what you're seeking out. You know, you might actually be job seeking too, is what I just like caught awareness of, is that I feel like you might be job seeking, or you might be seeking out networking, and that might be happening this month too for you. So that's a really awesome blessing to be getting. So let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the cards you got here. I'm still floored by the fact that you got the sun with the sun. I mean, like my brain was like, how crazy would it be? But you did. It's not too crazy. So the sun here, the sun, how beautiful is this card, first off? But the sun is about, you know, positivity. It's bringing in positive thoughts. You're going to be getting blessings of optimistic thoughts, and this is all about counting our blessings. This card is truly about that, because sometimes we need to see that there are blessings around us all the time. Every single day, there's joy that can be found, happiness that can be found, love that can be found in the people that are around us. And here you've just got, this young girl, a pregnant mother, and a grandmother, all just sort of chilling together, sitting in this field, or dancing in this field. And it's all about just such good energy. So even if life isn't going perfectly the entire month, this doesn't mean your entire month is going to be perfect by any means, but you're going to be finding joy in the little moments, joy just by running around. And I feel like with nostalgia too, like I feel like you're going to be getting, there might be a blessing in terms of, if you're like pregnant right now, or if there's someone around you who's pregnant, or in general, if you're trying to get pregnant, anything like that, I feel like there's pregnancy here, especially because the Six of Cups is also about children. It's about nostalgia. It's about looking back at the past and giving to the young. So I feel like you might be giving gifts or feeling blessings from the universe in terms of, fertility, in terms of fertility of ideas, fertility of our positive thoughts, fertility of joy coming into our lives, and finding nostalgia and joy through the young people in our lives. That's also coming in. So outside of that, I'm also seeing the 9 of Wands here. And the Nine of Wands represents when we've gone through a really long battle. So I think there's blessings coming in the terms that this battle might be ending, whatever kind of battle that you've been sort of having. This can represent, like a fight that we're constantly having about, say, like the dumbest things. It can also be just, fighting a fight that doesn't need to be fought, or just finding resolution in that, maybe communicating better and more clearly instead of, having more, not necessarily violence, but just in general, we can fight with our words. And I feel like you might have been fighting with your words lately, and in this coming month, I feel like there's going to be resolution to that. I feel like you're going to be able to finally put these wands down and, let go and stop fighting and creating this mess around you. I think that that's going to be cleaned up. I think it's going to be cleared up with this sun energy. I feel like it's just so positive. I just don't see many negatives coming in with these blessings, which is great. Usually blessings don't come in as negatives necessarily, but they can teach us lessons or teach us other things. So the last card I haven't mentioned yet is we have awareness. Wake up, roll the clouds away, and look. So with the sun, I think there's going to be clarity coming in, awareness coming in. You might be more aware of the dreams, especially with wake up. I feel like there's a dream that might be happening, things in daydreams. Listen to your daydreams as well. They might be waking dreams. What are you daydreaming about? Where is that connecting you to the universe? And where, ask these questions to yourself. That's the other part too, is I feel like you're going to be questioning things this month, and that's going to be good for you, a good way to move forward past this Nine of Wands situation mostly. I feel like there was something that happened, some sort of conflict in which clarity is going to be brought, and I also think that the young people in your life are going to be really important to you, or the dreams that you're trying to bring fertility to or bring birth to. You can be also birthing an idea. The sun is all about growth, because without the sun we can't grow, we can't we can't see anything, there's not clarity in the world, there's less joy, it can create depression, all that kind of stuff. So I think there's going to be a light in your life, a younger person, possibly female too, that's going to be bringing in a better light, a better awareness. And it might even be something that you're dreaming about, something like that could be related, but I really think it's going to be communicated this month. And another thing about this Six of Cups is, like I said, it's about nostalgia. So maybe getting back to old memories this month. I think a blessing might be coming in the fact that you might be revisiting old photos, revisiting an old place, revisiting something from your childhood that you haven't touched in a long while. And it's going to be really freeing and lovely to revisit, maybe even revisiting it with possibly your children or possibly just people whom you really care about. I just see so much love and joy, good communication, resolution, and clarity coming in, as well as dream work. So let's go ahead and see what your charms are, Group 1, because I'm so curious. I'm still baffled by that. So let's go ahead and see what you get for your charms, Group 1. I'm so excited for the blessings coming in for you. I don't know where I want to set this. I guess right here. I've changed up my setup a little bit, so I'm just trying to figure it all out. Alright, so here are the charms. I'm going to go ahead and mix them up. So Group 1, blessings that are coming in June for Group 1. Group 1's blessings. Blessings for Group 1. Blessings. Blessings for Group 1. For Group 1. Okay, so I feel like there's just a couple more, so I'm going to go again. Blessings for Group 1. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the things that fell upside down. Oh my gosh, you got the sun again. Oh, wow. You guys, you must be shining a light in other people's lives too. There's no way that this is only coming from one side, you know? Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in here. Okay, so let's get started. So for you, group 1, in your focus ring, we have a bit of insecurity possibly happening this month, but I feel like the insecurities are related to your creative pursuits and how maybe insecurities about how you're a very unique person, because here we have the insecurity charm, the inspiration charm, as well as the unicorn, which shows, you know, sometimes it's believing in the things that believing in ourselves, believing in the parts of ourselves that we, you know, I feel like you're just going to be believing more in yourself. I feel like these insecurities, the blessings that are coming in, the universe is going to try to help you see that your creative pursuits are very unique and people are interested in that. That's not a bad thing. You know, let them out, let people see that side of you, bring clarity to that, you know, shine your light. I think people are going to find light. And, you know, when we share in, wait. When we share with communication, I knew something was there that I wasn't seeing. Okay, so when we communicate to other people our flaws, our insecurities, we create community. And when we listen to other people and speak to other people about these about these insecurities, then it brings out people to be inspired to continue that movement, and then it creates a better bond with other people. So I just think you're going to be creating this really awesome community with other people and showcasing other people that flaws are okay, that it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to have flaws, and by communicating that you aren't a perfect person, you actually create better bonds with the people around you. And I especially see that with family or friends, especially because this card, they're dancing and accepting themselves in the sun, which is, you know, showcasing all of yourself, and that's good. So you might be having the blessing of just communicating better about your flaws and your insecurities this week and connecting based off of that, especially with the find, seek, and connect as well. And another reason I say that is because we also have the silver lining charm. It's not really a charm, it's just this little silver lining, you know. It's very small, it's insignificant, but I think this silver lining is coming in to bring and shed more light, especially since you got the sun twice, almost 3 times. So clarity and communication and being your true authentic self and fiery inspiration is huge this month. So if you're feeling inspired to go after something, possibly a dream that you've never really gotten to pursue, this might be the month to do it. I'm also seeing the tower charm, which showcases, you know, foundations falling and stuff. So there might have been a foundation or an idea about yourself that you're going to be breaking down. You're going to be tearing that tower down. You're going to be breaking it. You know, you're going to just say goodbye to that. So I think the silver lining is in that, like, through our insecurities, you're going to create community and good communication with other people instead of fighting it. I don't think you're going to be fighting it anymore. That fight against both yourself and trying to keep this, like, I'm perfect, everything's good, even though you're kind of burnt out. And maybe you've been burnt out in terms of your inspiration as well and your creativity. And I think that's going to be coming in better for you this month. There's going to be clarity and your dreams are going to be seen. Another reason I say that too is because we have the bottled up charm. So, you know, when you hold something in so much, it gets heavier and heavier and heavier. And so I think you might have been holding on to this grudge. Maybe it's been a grudge. Maybe it's been, you know, just you've been fighting about something either with yourself or with others, and you've been holding in possible resentment maybe. And that's going to be coming to light maybe through communicating. for you this month too. So I see the blessings, a lot of good blessings in terms of just resolution, communicating better, communicating your insecurities, communicating where you're feeling a bit bottled up, where you're maybe resenting other people. I just see a lot of resolution, connection, and truth and clarity coming out, mostly from that sun energy, because it's just hitting every aspect of your life. I'm also seeing the sharp charm, so be sure that you're careful with your words as well this month. This is more of a warning because sometimes we can communicate and it can be a little sharp. Sometimes we're not very good about sometimes the sun can just tell it as it is, so just because we can be clear doesn't mean that we are always kind, so be careful with that as well. I also see you possibly being more flexible in, how you love other people, because this charm represents love, but it represents more material love, so I think you're going to be and we even have the icy charm. So be careful that you're not being, a little too surface level with someone. Be more flexible. Listen to them before you speak. Be sure to really listen and communicate with clear yet kind words, ones that you've really thought and reflected on before just acting on them. So I see that this month for you as well. I also see you grounding yourself in more leadership roles, because we have the foot charm. I know it maybe doesn't look like a foot, but it looks like a foot, and it's also turquoise, which is more related to communication again as well. But mostly I see yourself rooting yourself in rules, in order, in loyalty to other people. I see you grounding yourself, finding your footing in a leadership role. And I think that's a really good thing to have happening, and so that leadership, I think, is going to come from being yourself. When other people see your true authentic self, you're going to create a community through that, and you're going to maybe create a community in which you are a leader or people look up to you, and so you're going to ground yourself in that. You're going to find your footing again, and I think that's really special. We also see temporary energy, because the paperclip represents just things that are temporary, so be sure on the things that you're acting on or putting action to, that there's a temporary, that, we don't have the entire day to put action to all of our goals. So I think this month you're going to be finding a better sense of where rest and movement is. Sometimes we need to take rest, and sometimes we need to be acting on our goals. So I think you're going to be finding that you're going to find a better balance this month on that. And lastly, we have the closure charm. So I think you're going to be opening up this month. Again, I feel like you're going to be opening up about your insecurities. You're going to be refining how you see yourself. I really do see that. I see you just finding more of yourself this month and letting other people see that, breaking down that foundation of, maybe I feel ugly today, or I don't feel confident enough, or I'm not good enough or smart enough, or whatever it is. It's not true. People see you, and they already see you in a lovely light. And I think this blessing is coming in the fact that you're going to see yourself in this light this month. You're going to communicate that to yourself, and you're going to find, where's that card? An awareness. Wake up and roll the clouds away and just look, and you're going to see you are, this shining light in other people's lives, and you should let that shine, let that light come in. So as a recap, group 1, sun energy, huge for you this month. So if you've been manifesting the sun into your life, it is coming for you in such a good way. Dreams are important in terms of maybe you're going to be moving towards a dream, maybe a dream in leadership, maybe a big dream about, family. That's going to be coming in this month. I also see nostalgia. I see fertility of ideas and optimism. I see greater awareness of who you are and resolving whatever this conflict is. I feel like resolution is coming for you this month. And I see you connecting and creating community with other people by the way that you communicate this month. So great, amazing blessings to be having. I'm so excited for you guys. Seriously, please leave me a comment down below if you've been manifesting the sun into your life. And if not, it's coming for you in a good way. The sun is super powerful. We talk about the moon so much, but the sun is there too. So yeah. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. Be sure to like this video if you liked it. Comment down below if you felt that this resonated with you. Subscribe and hit that little notification bell to be notified whenever I post again. So thank you so much, and may all the blessings come for you for this June. Thank you. Hello, Group 2. If you've chosen this Opalite Egg, then this is the pile for you. So we'll go ahead and start looking at your June blessings to come. I'm really not sure where to put this egg, honestly. So I'm going to set it in the charms for now because it rolls around everywhere. But we're going to be using the new deck that I got, the Everyday Witch Tarot, as well as the Sea Melodies deck, the Language of Flowers, the Charms, of course, and these watercolor oracle cards that I created myself. I love those. So let's go ahead and get started to see what your June blessings are to come. So let's see what's coming for you. June blessings for Group 2. We're looking for blessings for Group 2. Group 2, the blessings that are coming in for Group 2. Okay, so we've got the Chariot. Nice. Let's see what else you have coming in, Group 2. Group 2 blessings, June blessings. What are you manifesting? What is your inner self telling you this month? June blessings. Someone keeps stabbing me, so I feel like, oh goodness. Okay, we've got Death. And let's see what other blessings are coming in. The 8 of Swords. Okay. All right. So, looking a little grim, but these are blessings. So it's things that maybe lessons that are coming in to teach us something. So let's see what else is coming in for you, Group 2. June blessings for Group 2. Blessings for Group 2. Oh my goodness, that one almost flew across the room. All right, we have Wild. Believe in your otherworldly beauty, dance with the waves, and drink in the sunshine. That's nice. Let's see what else you have for the Language of Flowers. So June blessings for Group 2. The blessings coming in for Group 2. So we've got Everlasting Daisy, Fortitude, Be brave, dig deep. Ooh, I already feel like I'm getting some of the energy coming in for you guys. So let's see what else we have. The last card to get. So Group 2. All right, that was very fast. All you desire is on the other side of fear. So important, especially with the cards that you got. I feel like there's a lot of fear here. Fear of your family, fear for, where you're going to be going. So let's go ahead and start with the worst one in this one in terms of general. It makes you think like, oh, death. What does that mean? Does it if you're worried about anyone dying, this does not mean that. Death is not a card that represents that. It represents the end of a cycle and something new. So as one door closes, the other one opens. And it shows us letting go of the strings that are holding us together. The universe is cutting strings for you. It's cutting ties that you no longer need. Ties to people, ties to old habits, ties to the things that no longer serve us, that aren't for our highest good, that aren't good for you. You're going to be cutting those ties. The universe is going to be cutting those ties in the background, and your inner higher self is going to be cutting those ties. So that is super good energy. This is actually definitely a blessing. and both in disguise, because as you can see, Death has got kind of a mask on. So I feel like you won't know where these ties are coming from, or you won't know where these cuts are coming from, but they are coming from the universe, and it's for you. It's opening better doors for you. Do you see this door? It is opening better doors. So don't worry about this Death card. It is a good card. On top of that, you also got the Eight of Swords, which this has been coming up a lot. So I wonder if somebody is getting this specifically in these videos and in these readings. I wonder if someone's specifically getting this, or if this is just an energy that's happening with a lot of people. And it represents being bound down, holding ourselves back from a situation. Because right now it looks like, oh, somebody put a wall around me and I'm tied up and I'm blind and I can't see anything. But really, in reality, her hands aren't even tied up. She's just holding them. She's bound herself in this. It's kind of a twirled spiral of things that have just sort of bound her down, a twisting and turning and moving and doing all this stuff. And I feel like your mental thoughts have been holding you down and dragging you down. And this month, there is a glimmer of hope. You know, this bird represents hope. It represents other people communicating hope to us, hope for the future. So if you're feeling bound down, maybe in your home or in your space due to the virus or due to the situations that are around you, or possibly just bound down to this scared feeling or this fear, especially fear, I feel like the universe is cutting that out for you. It's cutting those ties. It's cutting that away for you to move to a better future. Because the Chariot represents movement, forward movement, and you using your intuition, your gut, to choose which way you're going to go, this way or that way. So it can represent sometimes us being a little indecisive, but in this case, I don't feel like it's you being indecisive. I think it's just once you've decided that you're going to move past and go towards everything you want on the other side of fear, on the other side of this wild energy, I think things are going to be coming in for you. You're going to be able to unbind these things. You're going to be able to cut those ties, cut these, I hadn't even noticed that, but cutting ties. So whatever you're being held down by, you're going to be cutting that away, cutting off the blindfold, using these swords for good. So again, more sword energy, which represents truth. So you're going to be maybe getting some harsher truths this month, but these truths are honest and brave truths to be said. So I think you honoring and telling your truth and, really sticking to it is going to be a blessing for you this month. It's going to turn in your favor. I say this because you also have Everlasting Daisy, which is fortitude. Be brave, dig deep. So I think you're going to be brave enough to make a forward movement this month. You're going to be moving. So from this is stagnant energy. This is stuck energy. This is, bound down energy. And when we cut those ties, you're going to have the opportunity to move forward. You might be a little wobbly at first. You might not really be sure what you want to do. But if you're brave enough and you decide to bring out that brave heart in you, and really go towards what you want, you're going to be able to get to the other side. All you desire is on the other side of fear. So I really feel like you've just been fearful of a situation, fearful of where you want to go. And maybe this is a situation that's already happened for you. But this month, as these cut ties are happening and maybe they've already been cut for you, but if they are, you're moving towards better movement. You're not held back anymore. Like, I basically just feel like this Chariot, she has all of these strings attached to her, these invisible strings, these wild otherworldly strings, and the universe is cutting those ties for you, cutting all this like sludge. I feel like just like, I feel like you've just had this ball of yarn that's just been tying you down. So it's really good, honestly. These images maybe don't seem that good. They maybe seem kind of grim, but I promise you, these are for your highest and best good. This is moving you towards a better direction, towards a better light. And we also have wild, right? So believe in your otherworldly beauty, dance with the waves, and drink in the sunshine. So sunshine is coming out for me. Dancing is coming out, playing with the wildness of ourselves. letting our desires, letting our braveness come out through that wild energy. A quote that I really love is just give yourself 20 seconds of insane bravery, and you won't regret it, because sometimes we just need that little push forward, and the universe is working, in your favor to push you forward. The universe is there trying to communicate with you, maybe even listen to signs that are coming in, but they're there, they're right at your side, helping you move towards the future that you want, the future that you desire. You just have to push away this fear, this mask that you're holding on to, this blindness that you're putting on. Nobody can drive blind. I don't know if anyone actually can drive blind, but in that sense, you can't really drive blind. So let this otherworldly, other plane sort of cut these ties for you and let you move forward. I just think forward movement is the major blessing in cutting ties. So let's see what you have in terms of your charms this month, group 2. I'm already just, it doesn't feel like bad energy, it just feels really good. I feel like almost like you're getting refreshed, a fresh new start. So let's see what's happening for you in terms of your charms this month. Again, I don't really know where to put this, so if it starts rolling off camera, I'm really sorry, but there's your Opalite Egg. So, group 2, we're looking for group 2. June blessings. What are you manifesting? What ties are we letting go of? Group 2. Group 2, blessings for June, blessings. Okay, so we have a few that fell off, so I'm going to pick those ones up first. So what do we got? Okay, so we have quite a lot in the middle. There's a lot of, this one's stuck together, so we'll see what that's about. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoom you in. Okay, so these are your charms, group 2. So in your focus for this month, we have the bottled up charm. This represents bottling things up, bottling our emotions, our logic, our heart, our whatever it is for you. You're going to know what this is. What are you holding inside for yourself? What are you, it's getting heavier and heavier too, because these are rocks, right? So it's heavy. It feels like a burden, What have you kind of burdened yourself? I feel like these ties are going to be cut. We also have habits and patterns being possibly cut, I feel like, because we have these two stuck together, and this represents patterns, and this represents the young, naive part of ourselves. So where maybe there's parts of yourself that you feel like you keep going back to, like a younger version of ourselves, or we keep finding ourselves speaking or acting in a very young, naive manner. And I feel like this might be a blessing for you. It could be a good thing, to keep your innocence, to keep your younger self very present. I don't know if you're going to be cutting this necessarily out of your life, but I do think it's important to understand how you're communicating, and maybe you're bottling things up that are, you're putting on this persona, this pattern, how everyone sees you, that is young and naive and innocent and all that kind of stuff, but you're holding in so much stress, so much anxiety, so much whatever it is for you. You're going to know what this is, and you're holding yourself back, holding yourself in from other people, and you're just putting this face, this mask. I keep seeing mask because of this death card. I feel like it's more than just the death card. I feel like you do have this mask that you're sort of holding back from other people because you're scared to move forward. And once you do move forward, and I see you breaking habits because there's patterns here, right? And I see you breaking things because we have the death card, which represents creating a new and opening a new door. And this represents cycles, right? Because it's a cyclic sort of charm. But it also opens up, when we open ourselves up. Oh, opening it the wrong way. When we open ourselves up and decide to move forward and let go of this fear that we've been holding and bottling in within these patterns and within this innocent mask we've been putting on, that's when we get to move forward. That's when we get to make better changes for ourselves and evolve. So I do see that for you guys this month. I just see it's not really healing. It's just sort of cutting out those ties, cutting out bad patterns, bad habits or negative habits for ourselves, ones that aren't serving our highest good. I see that for you. We're driving forward. We're ready to be a little bit more wild. I think the wild side of you is going to be seen, so it's not necessarily that if you're younger, it might not be that you have to get rid of your innocence or anything, or you have to put on a different mask. But I just see you, letting that wild side of yourself out. I see you throwing caution to the wind as well, because this is the caution hat. And if it falls, like a hat, then it means that you've put your caution hat on. But right now, your caution hat is thrown to the wind. You don't care anymore. You're just letting it go. The speed of this chariot energy is flowing within you. And that's something to celebrate. This is a blessing, to let, I feel like this hat is just going to literally fly off this chariot, with the wind that's happening. So I see that being a blessing, especially because this is almost the charm of blessings, but it also is of celebrating the little things, the little achievements, celebrating just all those little insignificant things to other people. But when you throw caution to the wind, that's when the blessings are going to come in, and you're going to find more clarity in that. The universe is going to be clearing things up for you, clearing up the way that you see yourself, the way other people see you. Clarity is coming in. I also see the logic charm, because this is, a puzzle piece, so it represents putting logic. It also can represent in general puzzles or solving something. So there might have been a mystery that's happening for you right now, or you've been sort of mysterious in the fact that you're sort of putting on this mask, but you're moving towards this clarity, right? Like this door, there's no clarity. This door, you open it up and it's like sunshine on the other side. So when your wild side comes out with the sunshine, I see you taking off this mask, taking off this dark white, like this is dark matter, so it represents, the wildness in us. And I think you're going to realize there's logic in getting past fear and moving towards this new horizon on your path. The last thing I'm going to mention is this, what do I call it? The grounding charm. It represents grounding. It represents comfort. So another blessing that's coming in, kind of unrelated to all the other messages, is that you're going to be sort of finding comfort, maybe comfort in other people, finding comfort in food, finding comfort in other things, and sometimes that can create bad habits, but honestly, I think it's going to be good for you this month. I think that finding your happy place, finding where you're comfortable, because you have so much wild energy, because we've got this that's just wild, we have the actual wild card, finding, this forward movement, which can be quite wild in terms of like the chariot and this motorcycle. I think you need grounding energy too. So I think you might be grounding yourself back down, finding and seeking nice comforts, taking time for yourself a bit more this month. I see that coming in too for you. So as a recap for you, group 2, the blessings that are coming in for you is the universe is cutting ties that no longer serve you, and you're going to be also cutting those ties within your own life. You're going to be taking off the blindfold, unfurling yourself from this situation, which has caused mental and logical, possible wild thoughts too. Like maybe your thoughts have been really wild and you need to ground them this month. That could be a blessing coming in for you too. Take what is resonating with you. To have forward movement, because if you feel like you've been stuck in a situation that no longer serves you, you're going to be cutting ties with the people that you don't need to be around, with habits that no longer serve you, anything like that. That mask is going to be taken off, the blindfold. You're going to see so much more clearly and celebrate those little achievements that come in from that. And the bravery, fortitude, be brave, dig deep. So this almost made me also think about this charm of how you're just holding on to a lot, so you kind of have to dig deep. There might be healing that's been sort of really deep inside your soul for a while, and I think that healing is going to be coming, and so that you can move forward. The last thing is wild, as well as all you desire is on the other side of fear. I feel like that's your mantra this month. So all you desire is on the other side of fear. So these are really awesome blessings to be getting, maybe difficult blessings, but ones that are going to truly serve you in the end. So if this is resonating with you, please let me know down below in the comments. I'd love to know and create a safe space for us all to talk about this, to maybe even let out some of this steam that's been happening and show ourselves. But also, if you liked the video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell to see my future uploads and any of my future readings, so you can stay up to date. So thank you so much. I really truly wish you the best this month, and for all the blessings that are coming in for you. The universe is working on your side and in your favor. Remember that. So all you desire is on the other side of fear. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Group 3. So if you've chosen the Succulent candle, then this is the pile for you. I'll set that down right here for you. So we're going to be using my new deck, the Everyday Witch Tarot, as well as the Sea Melodies deck, the Language of Flowers, the charms, as well as these watercolor affirmation oracle cards. So let's go ahead and get started and see what blessings are coming in for you for June. What is the universe aligning for you? Where is the universe taking the lead, and where are you manifesting this month? So let's see, June blessings for Group 3. Group 3 June blessings. Group 3 June blessings. We're looking for what is manifesting for you. So we have the 10 of Swords. So I'll speak on the 10 of Swords in just a moment. What are you manifesting this month? So I felt this one for some reason. So we have the 8 of Wands. And let's see, the June blessings coming in. Oh my goodness, that one flew. Oh, we got 2. Okay, so let's see what you got. Oh, we have the 10 of Cups. Oh goodness, and then the Queen of Swords. So, okay, so we've got 2 10s. So big things. It's a big month. Let's see what else is going on for you in terms of the Sea Melodies. So June blessings. June blessings. Where are you manifesting? What is the universe bringing for you for your highest good? So let's see. Oops, dropping things. Don't mind me. Okay, so we got explore. Maps show what has already been discovered. Go another way. Oh, you had 2. I didn't even see this one. Turbulence. The mind is murky and rough waters. So I'm definitely seeing that turbulence with that 10 of Swords situation already, but I'll talk on that in a moment. So let's see what else you have going on. Group 3. Group 3. Group 3. We're looking for June blessings for Group 3. June blessings for Group 3. Forget me not. Remembrance. Memories and the past hold the key. Okay. So the last one I will pull here. We've got June Group 1 for their blessings. Okay, so we got balance over imbalance, right? So that's so important to find balance. So I think that the universe and yourself are finding balance this month. That's already great energy, because I was already seeing sort of it almost looks like two different scenarios here, right? So we've got turbulence, but we also have exploring, but we also have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups, which are very different energies. So I think balance is coming in this month, that you're going to be finding balance, so important. So the universe is going to be bringing that in for you. So I think this Ten of Swords situation might come about or has already come about for you, and we're manifesting it and moving it towards the better energy of the Ten of Cups. So I feel like this might have been where you had an ideal relationship possibly in mind, or an ideal situation where a picnic was happening and you're surrounded by family and you have the love of your life, and it's like you've got your pets and everything is good and manifested in beautiful harmony. But maybe that isn't the reality that happens for you this month, or it might have been that you're letting go of this idea, this ideal life, or you're going to be finding a different way to come towards that. I really see that coming for you. I also see you cutting ties possibly this month, or finding logic in a situation. Because the Queen of Swords, she's very motherly, but in a very different way. So where like the Queen of Cups is all about love and nurturing and such things as that, this Queen is more about leadership, being bold in terms of, she has to just tell it as it is. The Queen is just going to tell it as it is. She's not going to, walk around the situation. She's going to be like, you did wrong. You have to take action for you have to take the consequences for your actions and how you speak and how you communicate to other people. I see that coming in. So maybe someone has hurt you, or you've hurt someone else this month, or possibly before this month, and you're getting back up. The blessing that's coming in is you're getting back up. So she's not just letting herself get stabbed in the back or hurt in a situation. She's getting back up, back on her feet, and going back and exploring and moving past this turbulence, past these rough waters, past this hard time. I really see that something has happened recently that's been very difficult for you, and you're picking yourself up this month. The universe is bringing you a pickup, and it might mean that you have to move past this energy of feeling like this is the ideal life for you and moving towards something else, finding logic and being like, hey, maybe that isn't for me right now. And the reason why I say that, why I feel like you might, not that this can't come for you, but it just might not be right now, or at least not with this person who is backstabbing you, if it's a relationship. If not, this could just mean that you're spending time with your family this month, which is super important too. So be sure to have that blessing come in, but it's sort of a double-edged sword in here. So I feel like part of it is getting rid of that ideal situation, but the other part is seeing the light in the people that are already around you. So with all of that said, the reason why I talk about forward movement is because we have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands showcases, especially with this other person being in here, I feel like this Eight of Wands, with this tornado, it represents the Eight of Wands is inspiration, forward movement, moving things forward and having tremendous power. You have the power to move yourself forward, but other people can manipulate you into thinking that they're going to manipulate you to be like, this is the way I want things to be done, and they are going to move you forward. So be sure that somebody isn't trying to, get in your way this month. And I feel like the universe is going to let this happen because they're not good for you anymore. I feel like this universe is like the cat, right? That's what's bringing you blessings, that little cat. And it's like basically saying, sayonara, and because of that, unfortunately, you have to deal with the brunt of it, but you're going to get back up and move forward with power and tremendous vision. I think you're going to be moving forward and exploring things that you've never explored before. And the reason why I say this too is because if you see her face, she doesn't look necessarily ready, but it doesn't mean that she's not excited to explore. So I think you're going to be exploring something new. Whether that's it feels like more like a new creative thing, because wands are all about creativity, our inspiration, what our soul purpose is. So I feel like you're going to be finding more of yourself and where you want to go in life, on your own, without these people backstabbing you, without, You know, you don't always have to have everyone there. This is your power, your inner power. And I think you're going to be exploring that, exploring how far you can go, what you can do, where your qualities are. I see you finding that and remembering, you know, because I feel like this might have been a relationship situation, or, and when I say that, it can be platonic, it can be, you know, a sibling that really got on your nerves. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship in terms of love. But it could be just that you're remembering who you are again, you know, because sometimes people manipulate us into seeing our power in one way, and you're going to be remembering who you are, that you're fierce, that you're empowered, you know, you're empowering yourself this month, and you're remembering through the memories of other people who truly support you. I see the people who really support you are going to be like, hey, remember this is who you are. And you're going to remember, and they're going to bring that light, that emotional light to you. That's a blessing I see coming in for you this month. And balance. I see you balancing things this month. Maybe you felt a bit out of balance, or you felt a little stressed or a little off kilter, especially if this situation has already happened for you. I see you finding balance, or not just finding balance. I think the universe is going to bring balance into your life, especially because a sword is perfectly balanced, right? A sword has to be perfectly balanced without wobbles or weird, weird like moments that warps. That's what I'm trying to come up with. Warps in the blade, because it has to work logically and quickly and swiftly and with grace and power and you know, all that kind of stuff. So if you don't have that going on, if there's turbulence or things that are in the way, you can't have this balance coming in. And I think the universe is sort of basically this cat shouting away and hissing away what isn't good for you. And maybe that'll hurt at first, but it's going to teach you who you are. There's going to be good life lessons. You're going to be exploring a new path for yourself. You know, I really see the universe just cutting out the stuff you don't need. And the last group sort of had a bit of this feel too, so if you feel like this might not be fully resonating, then maybe check out piles 1 or 2, but I do see this energy just changing for you. You know, changing your ideal mindset and realizing the truth of a situation. The universe is bringing truth, hard truth. Truth that brings these rough waters, but it's going to show you your true power. So before I ramble on and on and on about this exact same thing, because I feel like I've said it a few times, let's go ahead and see what's going on for your blessings in terms of the charms. See if we get anything else coming in. So I'm going to move this over here for now. So what do we have for group 3? Group 3, June blessings. The blessings that are coming in for group 3 for June. Ooh, that was loud. Okay, so this one feels like it needs to go that way, so we're going to keep it that way. Okay. I was upside down. So we really don't have anything in your center for focus. So I'm going to go ahead and pull you a couple more charms and see what else might come up. So group 3. Oh my goodness, another one already fell. Okay. So group 3. Their focus for blessings this month. Focus. Okay. So the focus that you got this month is the oh, you can't see, so let me zoom you in. All right, so you have nothing down here, so don't worry about missing some of the charms. They're all on screen. But we do have the only charm that we got within the focus for your blessings this month is the new moon. And the new moon represents refreshing, banishing the things that are no longer serving us, especially that Ten of Swords situation, and seeing not really seeing things clear because that's sort of the full moon, but it is refreshing. It is a restart, a new cycle, a new fresh outlook. So I think that it's just honestly finding that balance too, because cycles have to have balance, the yin and the yang. So look for that as well. The moon might be really important to you this month too. So if you work with the moon, definitely work with the new moon this month. I don't remember exactly which day it is on, so I can't tell you, but definitely look it up on like a moon app or something like that, because I think that's going to be really important to you if you work with the moon. So I feel like I need to talk about this star right away, which the star is all about hope after tough situations, or hope in tough situations. The star is our guiding light. It also can be a bit of the universe guiding us as well. So I feel like the universe is guiding you into releasing things. So this is the moon of releasing what no longer serves us. So I think you're going to be guided to release things, to let go, to cleanse, because that's also what the new moon is about. So I think you're going to be cleansing these ideas of this ideal life or this ideal situation, maybe cleansing things to do with, maybe this could have been a sibling. I did get that feeling, right? So there could have been a sibling that's been sort of maybe on your nerves or created this mental situation, and you guys are ready to turn a new leaf, to release, to shed this situation. So we also have the Tower charm next to the universe and the delicate charm. So this represents things that are very delicate situations. And so there might be a foundation that you've been building for a while, and all of a sudden it's become very delicate, because the Tower charm represents the Tower card, right? Which is about letting go of foundations and sudden change. And I feel like there's going to be change. The universe around you might be changing. The way that you see the universe, the way you see those relationships around you could be changing. Because at the moment they're sort of hit and miss, right? Like this is like delicate china plates. Like you don't want to drop them, but that doesn't mean that they are. I don't feel like this tower has to come down, but I do see that you might want it to, right? Because this is the Eight of Wands, which is all about your power, and you also have this whirlwind of power behind you. And I even see that more too with this turbulence, right? Like this turbulence as well. So there's this whirlwind of energy that's happening that is kind of delicate. So be careful with how much power you have, and be sure that you're not, saying things too harshly, or, be careful you're not also going to become the person that's stabbing someone in the back. So be careful that you are also being kind to those around you. I say that also too because we have the squishy, fluffy charm, which just shows like fluffy, mushy, warm, soft energy. So be sure you're being careful. If you're worried about your plates when you're packing, you put them in something that's, you cushion it. So be sure with how you're reacting to others, because this can be a one-sided situation, but it can be a two-sided situation too. So be sure you're, cleansing the correct things, and being careful with your words, because we also have thou shalt not steal. So someone maybe stole your heart or stole your inspiration, because this is the inspired heart too. So you might, you or this person, I was seeing a sibling, or possibly a friend that feels like a sibling, or someone you just feel that deeply connected with, may not be stealing exactly your heart in terms of your emotions, but they might be stealing your ideas. They might have been backstabbing you in that way. So be careful of that. Be prepared for that, because we had it next to this 10, right? And the 10, we got both the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. So Thou shalt not steal. Don't steal from your friends. Don't steal from, your family. Be sure you're not stealing their inspiration, their time, those kinds of things. Be careful. There might even just be in general that the universe is healing you from this situation, because it's like there's a heart, right? But we also have the heart chakra, and the heart chakra represents love and the chakra system. It is also the bridge, right? So it's what balances us. It's the bridge from our upper chakras and our lower chakras. So I see you sort of using your own inner power to balance this out. Balance and create. Like, you don't have to have the perfect ideal life with maybe your siblings, but you have to be sure you're not stealing their thunder, stealing their inspiration, stealing or backstabbing from them. Be sure to just shed that kind of energy away, shed that away, and be prepared for it if it's coming for you. I think the universe is bringing in release from that situation, clarity for that situation, but you have to be prepared for it, because we also have the preparation charm, which this is all about being prepared, because this is an icicle. And if you've ever had icicles where you live, when they start to melt, that's when you don't want to be standing under an icicle, because it can fall right on you and be very damaging not only to yourself but also to those around you. And with that whole yin and yang thing, I feel like when things come to light, that's when you need to be most prepared. So that's what I'm seeing. The universe is kind of guiding you in that way. And I know this doesn't seem very like, woo, so blessed, but I think there's room for, you're creating room for new opportunities too, because we have the charm. Can't really see it, but they're like little buds, right? These little budding flowers. So you're blooming somewhere, but it's taking time, because right now it might be a difficult month for you. These aren't the best times for you in terms of, you have to get rid of an ideal situation with someone. It can be a relationship, possibly platonic, possibly with siblings or your family in some way. And so I just see that coming in for you. Make sure not to steal other people's thunder. I forgot to mention, you also have the tools in which to get yourself out of the situation. So with preparation and guidance, you might even, with guidance with the universe and with your inner self, and just by knowing that these things are coming on, that this turbulence and rough energy of this Ten of Swords is coming on, I do see that it's being so hyped up. But the Ten of Swords can represent dramatic situations too, which is why I see sort of like it's not going to last that long. So if you're prepared for it, if you're, you're shielding your heart, you're being careful about it, and you release that energy, and you're being delicate about the situation that might arise, I think by just knowing that it might come up is already helped the situation. So I feel like the blessings are coming in terms of just knowing. So keep that in mind. So as a recap for you, group 3, I think you're going to be cutting ties or cutting out the BS that's happening in terms of this situation. Siblings can be harsh sometimes, so don't take them too seriously. Don't take yourself and this idea of an ideal life too seriously, but let the blessings come in. Like, if there's new family members coming in, maybe that's hard, but it's also really exciting. See the good things. See the cup on, what is it called? The cup half full or the cup half empty. See the cup half full, even if it's difficult, I see you moving past this turbulence, moving towards better energy. And seeing your inner power and seeking your inner power out. And I think that, don't let other people manipulate where you want to go with your inspiration. Don't let them steal it away. And I just see like healing for your heart, being prepared in a situation, being guided to release what no longer serves you, and knowing that you have the tools in which to move towards better situations, more fluffy, nice situations, and the universe is there, it's holding things together that need to be these delicate situations. So I see good things coming for you, but there's also a bit of learning for you this month, learning how to balance and learning to be prepared and more open to releasing, these bad things. Like, I just feel like you without this guidance, you might have held a really horrible grudge, but I think that you're just going to move on and let things happen and balance things back out this month. So thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments if this pile resonated with you. If not, feel free to watch piles 1 or 2, in which to see if you find, the pile that's best for you. Use your intuition. Be sure to give this video a like if you liked it, and as well as be sure to subscribe to the channel to see my future content, any of these future videos. I'm very excited for this channel, and I love having you guys on the journey with me. So let's see where this goes. Be sure to hit the notification bell as well to be notified of each video that I get. And all the blessings for you this month. I hope that you find the balance that you need and you're guided in the direction that you need to go. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!